Hi, I'm Scott Schubert, and I wanted to give you some information that I've noticed today and that we have been noticing for the past 2 weeks, and now it is completely confirmed. And this could be some emergency information for a lot of people, and that is that there is a very important turning point forming in the U.S. stock market that has formed a pattern that is unmistakable, identifiable, and readable. So let me show you what I mean. Right here on the S&P 500, on the weekly time frame, just the last section of it has this unmistakable shape of an end of a trend. In the past, I have been very reluctant to say anything about the S&P turning because I've been wrong about it before, and it has a pattern that looks unnatural to me because it just keeps on going up. So on the monthly time frame, I'm not going to speculate about this, but the target for where this could be going on the monthly time frame, when there's a turn on the monthly, there's the possibility that that turn is a point that identifies a place where the market could be turning for years to come. So I'm not speculating yet about whether this is the end of this entire trend on the monthly, although it looks like it may be. So I'm only saying that it's the end of this trend, this last section of it, going back to 2016 only, but this goes way back before that. This part I can see is turning. For people who are able to read markets, you can see, okay, yes, that is ending a trend. There's no question about it. The target for where this is going puts the minimum time and price target into this area right here, which means that it has to keep going down until 2020. In the beginning of 2020 is the minimum where it could turn and go back up. And the price is going to take it down to just about 2,500 for the S&P 500. And if you're involved in the stock market, that might mean something to you, but it looks to me like it's going down for that amount of time minimum and for that amount of price minimum. So we begin to notice this with my colleague Damien and I over the last 2 weeks, that now we can see turning points forming on stock prices on different stocks from companies like this one from Microsoft. This has finally made a turn. So again, I'm not speculating that that's the final end of that, but for this last section of it, I can see that that definitely isn't it. Apple has made a turn right here, and this, just within the last few days, formed a top that is showing an end of a trend. On Apple, it's visible. On Google, and of course, it's the first one that we saw was on Facebook, and now that's pretty solid and very clear end of a trend. And it's not good news for people who want Facebook to go up in value, because this means that it could be going down for a significant period of time. Now you can see that it's also visible, the same thing on the Dow. It looks almost exactly like the S&P 500, and they're all turning. A lot of stock are turning. A lot of companies' stocks are turning on the longer time frame right now as we speak. And this is going to change the market. It's going to change the lives of some people. And maybe in one of the next videos, we'll go further into how that might also affect different currencies, such as the US dollar, the pound, the euro, and the yen. For now, I want you to see that this has turned and be aware of it. And that's the reason for putting this out today, so that we can get that out as quickly as possible. And as many people who understand how to read markets, or at least believe what I'm telling you, you can see that that is turning.